come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem.
Merry Christmas! I hope that this day is filled with the joy and peace of our newborn Savior for you and your family and your friends. Please know that all the sisters here are praying for you. And today, as I was reflecting on this great and wonderful mystery that our Savior is born among us, just a few thoughts have come to mind. Sometimes in the busyness of preparations for Christmas, we find ourselves stuck in traffic with a million cars around us, or maybe at the store with all these busy shoppers who are concerned about their own loved ones, finding the perfect present, different things like that. And in moments like this, sometimes I just have this realization of how small I am in the world. I feel like a tiny little ant in the great anthill. You know, there's all these people around me who have their own stories, their own struggles, their own joys that I have never even encountered before. And it makes me feel rather obscure and maybe sometimes unimportant. And then I was thinking about how Jesus chose to come into the world. His parents, his earthly parents, were a poor couple from Nazareth, which was this tiny little town in Israel. He was born in Bethlehem in a stable, like he couldn't even find a house. And the only people who knew about his birth really were the shepherds and the wise men. He chose to come into this very obscurity that we sometimes experience, and he has transformed it so that every small moment, every relationship, every interaction of love has become sanctified because he has taken it on. He has entered into this. And I just think it's amazing that he chose this littleness. You know, he was born at midnight. Pretty much nobody is awake at midnight. And yet this was the moment that changed the universe forever, and most people were not even aware of it. So when we experience these moments in our lives of little choices, little moments, the relationships we encounter every day, maybe with our spouse, our children, our neighbor, know that Jesus is here with us too, because he chose to come in this way. Though he was a great king, he chose to be born in a stable at midnight. And this year, we're celebrating the 800th anniversary of Greccio, which is St. Francis. When he was alive, he had this great desire for the people to see what it was like for Jesus to be born in Bethlehem, to see the stable and the animals and the shepherds. So he got together a group of people in Greccio, which is in Italy, and he had the very first live nativity. So that's a Franciscan tradition that we continue to carry on. He had people from the town dress up and bring their animals, and they actually celebrated Mass at this stable so that the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist was there, just as Jesus, when he was in the flesh, was born in Bethlehem. And I think this is a great impulse that we can carry on to really see what it was like, to behold with our eyes how our Savior came into the world, and also to allow him to behold us. So maybe if you have a chance today to enter into prayer and come to the manger. We all have a place at the manger. The shepherds, the kings, the sheep, the donkey, Mary and Joseph, we all have a place there. Come to him there and let him behold you and behold him. Sometimes I like to meditate on what it was like for Mary to first receive the gaze of God. You know, this was the first moment in the history of the universe where God had taken flesh, so he has physical eyes. You know, Jesus had eyes and a nose and a mouth. And so Mary was the first one to receive this physical gaze of God. And then what was it like to receive the first smile from God when her little baby smiled upon her? These are just these precious moments, and they're not only true for Mary 2,000 years ago, but we also experience them here and now. He transformed the world with his birth in Bethlehem, in the silence and in the hiddenness. And because he came to us and was born in a stable, we are given the opportunity to enter into his eternal kingdom. When we invite him into our hearts, whether it feels like a mansion or whether it feels like that poor stable, when we welcome him here, then he gives us the opportunity to be welcomed into the eternal kingdom of heaven. This is the greatness of our God and the generosity, and how great lengths his love goes to bring us to himself. So as I said, the sisters are praying for you, and this is just the first day of the Christmas season. We have a whole season, it's almost a month long, to continue to celebrate the incarnation, our God among us, Jesus with us 2,000 years ago, Jesus with us here today. May God bless you.
Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore